Justice fans themselves, I think that's very deserving. I'm not giving up on this team. Is that ridiculous? No. What did Rad think of the game? You guys can talk to Rad. Rad, get over here right now. Rad, you're gonna get in the chair. I'll be back in like 20 seconds, chat. Dude, am I dying? Bro, what is going on? Bro, what the? Yo! No way! No way! Go, baby! Let's go!
Rally Rod, why are you such a toolbag? I'm not a toolbag.
Let's go! Hey! Get high! No way! No way! No way! No way! No way! Grand slam! Let's go! What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Unhinged Live. As usual, I'm your host, Patrick Hennessy, joined tonight. Listen, I haven't been joined by someone besides Derek and Dan on live for a while. We got the man himself. He's had Chick-fil-A once in his life, maybe twice by now. I don't know. It's been a while.
Still once.
And he still doesn't know how to ride a bike. We got Brian, the man, DJ Nero. Brian, how we doing on this fine Thursday evening?
Well, you know I'm fantastic, Pat. Aren't I always?
Always.
So
Always.
how are you? That's the real question of the hour, right?
I'm okay. I'm good.
Yeah, that's good. You know, I have
It
to
is what it
say,
is.
that's the first time that I've seen that intro from start to finish. That normally, like, I don't get the notifications for some reason. I don't know what YouTube does. So, like, I'm always coming in a few minutes late, and that is pretty fire.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hype there. Like,
Shout out to Derek. Shout out to
Yeah.
Derek. Derek completely made that because obviously I'm not doing it. You
well
know what
done,
I mean?
Derek. Yeah.
But yo,
Of course not.
before we get into anything, we actually have some stuff to talk about tonight. Like usually I'm just popping on here, literally talking about like Elmo and Rocco the whole time. I'm sure we'll talk about that at some point, but we do have some baseball related topics. But yo, before we get into that, let's take attendance/roll call. You guys know the deal. Let's see who we got in the chat. Let's take attendance. We got Deanie Show, aka Amy, Daily Dose of Yankees. Is this time to listen to some good baseball discussion? Maybe for half the time. We'll see. We got John Kang, Majestical Chicken, Not So Family Fun Vision, Dan A. It's like Danny, but Dan A. with like an accent. Just saying. Jabuzi, JS, Sophia, the GOAT. Appreciate you all so much. If I miss anyone, I'm sure I missed some people. That's just how life goes. I apologize. Strongly worded email to unhingedservice@gmail.com, and you will get a high five. That's all I can say.
Mhm.
But yo, Brian, I say
Yeah.
we get right into the meat and potatoes here.
Let's do it.
I want to talk about one man in particular because, you know, the title of the stream is like what we should expect from the Yankees post-lockout, which is a whole nother topic in and of itself. But I think one player who I would really like to see the Yankees go after, now whether or not they actually go after him, we have to wait and see, is Seiya Suzuki. I know a lot of people might not be too familiar with him, but he is from the Nippon Professional Baseball League. And he's supposed to be posted once the lockout does end, and he'll be eligible to be signed by major league teams. But he has some really, really solid tools. I was just reading a few articles about him and kind of like what he would bring to a major league team. Bro, there's scouts out there saying that he's like a combination between like Bryce Harper and Pete Alonso. Now, I hate like when people throw out these like stupid comparisons because obviously, if we're just being honest, he's probably not going to be as good as either one. But when you're kind of just looking at like the potential to see what Seiya Suzuki could bring to the Yankees outfield, which is already like kind of decent as far as the corners go, because you have Gallo in left, Judge in right. But the only problem is that he doesn't play center field. If Seiya Suzuki was a center fielder, I think that he would probably be a Yankee yesterday. But I think the only thing that will hold them back is the fact that he's not a center fielder. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, you already have two starting right fielders, right? Gallo and Judge are both naturally right fielders, and so is Suzuki. So do you want to have three starting right fielders out there? I mean, honestly, I would love to see Gallo in center and Suzuki in left. That would be ideal, I think. But you know, I think that's probably going to stop them from doing it, honestly. I
Yeah.
don't see them, getting a third right fielder.
Have you seen his swing?
I have. It's very pretty.
It's nice. Like it's beautiful. Like, and that's my thing, right? It's like I hate being one of those like, oh, the eye test is so much fun. The eye test is fun, dude. Like when I want to go like see how a player like what he would bring to my team, I'm gonna go on YouTube and type in Seiya Suzuki highlights just because it fulfills that need in my heart. But yo, I was like doing my little research before because I'm
Do
proactive.
tell.
And I came across a CBS article about Seiya Suzuki and all the stuff about him. And I saw this little excerpt that I was so excited about. I sent it to the Unhinged group chat because I was like, yo, guys, I'm pumped about this, dude. So it says, as we recently explained, we expect Suzuki's contract to come in lower than his talent demands as a tax on the failures of recent NPB hitters, I believe Nippon Professional Baseball. Even so, there's sufficient reason to think that he could become one of the offseason's biggest bargains, especially if most teams are more concerned with the risk than the reward. And that's my biggest thing here, right? When we're looking at like what the Yankees have kind of like been into the past couple seasons, like it's always been like low risk, high reward, right?
Yeah.
And if Seiya Suzuki isn't going to be demanding that much money because of like the lack of production from former players to come from his kind of same situation, and the Yankees could sign him to a cheap deal because of that, bro, what is there to lose in this situation? And the only thing that pisses me off is that they don't want to put Judge or Gallo in center field because that would be my ideal scenario. If you have like, let's just say you want to put Seiya Suzuki in left field and you could put Gallo in center. Or put Gallo in right, Judge in center.
I'm fine with that too.
I'm cool with either way, bro. But it just pisses me off so much that, like, rather than doing that and, like, having Hicks as your fourth outfielder, which is a scenario where I'd love to see him, they're probably going to go into the season with Hicks as their starting center fielder, and they're most likely going to be re-signing Brett Gardner to be that fourth outfielder. Like, let's just be real with each other at this point, right?
Yeah.
It's not.
You never give it up. You literally just never give it up. Because every time I talk to Pat, like I've never had a conversation with Pat, and Brett Gardner does not come up in some way, shape, or form.
Are you not
we
expecting
talk a lot. No, you're absolutely right. It's probably what's going to happen. But it's so ridiculous at this point. I mean, could you imagine we go into opening day with Brett Gardner, the starting center fielder, because Hicks is hurt again?
I can imagine it, bro.
Yeah, it's not that far-fetched.
No. It's not even the thing that Hicks would be hurt again. It's just that they're going to start him, bro. Like, we laugh, but deep down inside, that laughter hides pain. It hides tears, bro. But I don't know. I think overall, like, you just look at a talent like, say, Suzuki. Like I said, he fits the Yankee offseason acquisition for the past couple years. Low risk, high reward. You're not going to have to give him a massive deal. And unfortunately, the only thing that seems to be blocking him at this point is, unfortunately, the fact he doesn't play center field. And I don't know if they're in the market for any other center fielder. We honestly haven't heard anything because of the lockout. But speaking of the lockout, Brian.
Yes.
Nothing's going on. Literally nothing's going on. They had discussions today. I think for the first time since the lockout started. I don't think any progress was made, but then again, who was really expecting a deal to take place? But I saw Jeff Passan tweet out. He was like, you know what? The more this kind of keeps going, the more likely we are to at least miss spring training.
Yeah, it's looking that way at this point, right? Because pitchers and catchers are supposed to report in about a month. And there's been no progress whatsoever. So,
yeah,
it's not looking good.
No. And but here's my thing, right? Of course, this happens, the one season where I'm like, yo, let's get everyone, let's go to spring training. Bro,
yeah, we were talking about this.
Dude. The 1 year where I'm like, we are making a trip to spring training. Bro, maybe we'll road trip it. That would be so much fun. But no. The 1 year Pat is excited for spring training. MLB's like, no.
You can't have nice things, Pat.
No, you can't.
Spring training is supposed to be miserable, and it's just going to continue to be that way because it's just not going to happen this year.
But here's my thing, right? It's like, I wouldn't be that upset about missing spring training, but missing spring training most likely means that the season would be delayed somewhat. Or at least they would want to do maybe like a shortened spring training, which I'd be completely down with. I've been advocating for a shortened spring training for so long anyway. Rather than making it like over a month, maybe make it like 3 weeks max.
Yeah, I mean, with spring training especially, like, most of the starters don't play until the last week or so. You know,
Yeah.
they're not playing full games at the beginning of spring training. So why even? It just seems useless to me.
No, bro, it's the worst.
Because what is
like,
it normally like 6 weeks?
Okay, you know how everyone kind of says like the seasonal depression, huge thing,
Yeah.
right? Especially like baseball season ends, like bro, the weather's nasty out. I get spring training depression. Like spring training makes me sick to my stomach. And bro, everyone was so pissed off at me last year because I would say this was about the time last year where we like started up the streams every day and everything.
Yeah.
And then like bro, I was so excited, so pumped, like enthusiastic, Pat. And then we're like a week into spring training. I didn't want to do this anymore. I'm like, yo, what is life? But like, also, like, listen, we kind of think about that. And also, by the way, chat, throw some things in there about Seiya Suzuki. What do you guys think about him? Because I really want to know if I'm the only one who's kind of like in love with this dude. I want to hear some input from you guys as far as like if you're in love with him. But kind of like what I'm saying about like not really like being a huge fan of spring training or whatever, especially with this lockout, right? I don't know if I'm the only one. I kind of feel like my interest in baseball is waning.
Yeah.
Like 1,000%. And obviously, like that's gonna come back once the regular season starts again. But I feel like just there being a lockout right now and just having nothing to do baseball related, it has made me like go and find like new things that I'm passionate about. Like, bro,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, I mentioned this on stream a couple days ago. Like, you know me, I'm not a big football guy at all. But like within like the past few weeks, past month or so, I've been watching football every Sunday, dude. Like I'm kind of getting invested.
Really?
Yeah, I'm kind of invested. Like I was watching one of the games last week. I don't even remember, but I was feeling invested. I'm like, yo, what is good with me, bro? So
football's great, man.
No, it's cool because I don't have a team. You know what I mean? I don't have a team.
That's nice.
So I watch it and I kind of just like root for random players or root for random teams. Like, bro, I'll watch a game and I'll pick who I'm rooting for, like in the second quarter. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's fun.
Whoever's winning after the second quarter.
Yeah, and also, sports betting is legal in New York now.
Yeah,
like,
that's
online.
awesome. That's awesome.
Dude, life is kind of good if you think about it.
It is, but it's hard to get excited about baseball right now because, you know, this is normally the time of year where it's all hype, right? We're like, it's just hype. You know, one trade after the other, you know, free agent signing here, big guy signing there. It's like, it's always so much fun, and there's none of that this year. And so I'm really curious to see how this plays out because, like you said, there might be a shortened spring training, but what happens to the off season? Because there hasn't really been an off season. We still have tons of guys who are unsigned. Yeah. So how does that work out? And does that work in conjunction with a shortened spring training? Do those guys start the season late? Like if you sign Carlos Correa, is he ready to go opening day or is probably not, right?
I would be more concerned for the pitchers.
Yeah, but everyone needs a little bit of time to ramp up.
Well, I mean, because here's my thing, right? Like, if you kind of... I think that this next month is going to make or break whether or not the season's starting on time. I know, like, that's so corny to say because everyone kind of knows that's the case. No, but, like, in the sense of if they don't make any progress, at least, then we're, like, actually screwed as far as the season starting on time. Because, like, the latest I remember, like, major free agent signing was, like, very beginning of February. And if it's any later than that and they're kind of going to have an even shorter spring training than usual, it'd be screwed. Everyone would be screwed in that case. But also, you know who else would be screwed? Going back, Seiya Suzuki. We're talking about a guy who, you know, when I'm like, yo, the 1 year I wanted to go to spring training, this dude's probably like, the 1 year I wanted to go to the MLB, dude. Like, he can't even sign. THG goes, Pat, I want Suzuki so badly. It's just one of those things where it's like, yo, Brian, hear me out, right? Sense. Have you ever, like, seen a clothing brand that you really like, right? Maybe not Unhinged, maybe a different one. I don't know.
Definitely not Unhinged. But
and like you go on the website and like, bro, they're having like a closeout sale and they have this little special where it's like, yo, mystery t-shirt, only $3. You buy it and you get a mystery t-shirt, bro. You don't know what you're going to get. It might be a great shirt that you love or it might be a terrible shirt that you're never going to wear in your life. But the thing is, it's very cheap. So why not go with it? Because the reward is so high. That's what Seiya Suzuki is, except the odds are he's going to be good, right?
Yeah, but he's not a $3 shirt.
You know what I mean, though.
Yeah,
there's low risk there, bro.
Yes, and for perspective, I don't know if you saw this, but I saw some estimates of how much they think that he's going to sign for, and it said somewhere around 5 years, 60 million, 12 million a year or so.
That's very good.
That's pretty cheap. That's Aaron Hicks money, right? He was what, 7 years, 70 million, something like that.
Something like that.
So I mean, that's a no-brainer to me. If this guy can be even, 3/4 as good as he was in Japan, I mean, that'd be sick.
Yeah. No, yeah. And also, like, the only thing that kind of, like, bothers us a little bit, too, is the fact that he's not a lefty. I would have loved if he was a lefty because that would have been sick. But still, like, either way, bro, throwing his right-handed bat into the lineup and just seeing what he could produce in the Bronx, I'd love to see it. I mean, also because we missed out on Shohei Ohtani a couple years ago. But other than that, like, the Yankees have kind of been, like, in the midst of all the international free agents, and they seem to land most of them. So if we could kind of land this one, that would be nice. I don't know.
The real thing here that I just realized, Pat, the only reason you want them to sign him is because if they sign him, they're not bringing back Gardner. That's only
not
reason.
True.
You don't care at all about this guy. You're like, I guarantee you, chat, Pat has never even looked at his stats. He has no idea how good this guy is.
See,
he's just like, he's not Brett Gardner, so he'll get him on my team right now. That's it.
No, but here's the thing. Here's why I'm going to tell you that you're wrong.
Okay.
Because I posted a video on Twitter probably at least a month ago at this point of his swing. I was like, yo, everyone check out how beautiful it is. I'd show it on stream.
Okay.
I think I'd get flagged though. If
probably,
I
don't bother. I believe you. You're not gonna lie to me
nice.
about that kind of thing.
No, it's nice. But yo, either way, like if the Yankees don't sign Seiya Suzuki, I need another outfielder. Like I definitely need another outfielder. So it's not like it's him or bust. But I'm kind of viewing him as like the main outfield target right now because I think that with him, you have the least to lose.
Yeah,
you're not
like
losing any prospects. And
value-wise, it makes the most sense.
let me ask you a question. You know,
Please do.
when the Yankees like make a trade, right? I don't know if you know the answer to this, and they get like international signing money.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
When someone comes over from Japan, does that count?
I don't think so.
Or is it just like when they sign like the 17-year-olds from like DR?
Yeah, I think it's only like because it has something. There's different
the postings,
laws, but there's different laws that have to do with Japan's league because he's already been signed by Japan's league. He's not like a free agent. I don't think like they're posting him to be signed.
Yeah. THE says no because he's an MLB free agent.
Because they're posting him to MLB, basically giving MLB the rights to him. So like when you sign an international prospect, MLB doesn't have any rights to that person.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know what? Bro, THE is kind of on fire tonight, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah,
he says, I would
Killing
rather
it.
bet on Seiya than Hicks. Has
Absolutely.
potential to being so much more value on that contract. If he is even a moderate upgrade over Hicks, that is way more valuable than Hicks.
If he can be as good as Hicks and just be healthy, that's fine.
Yeah.
Because Hicks, when he's healthy, or maybe not the last couple of seasons, but going back 4 seasons, he was pretty solid.
Yeah.
And then he just got injured over and over again. But if Suzuki could even live up to be as good as Hicks was when he signed his contract, I would sign up for that. Sign me up for that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, and bro, that's why I really would like, and obviously, like, people are gonna like piss on me for this because like Hicks has a pretty big contract, but like I would love Aaron Hicks as the fourth outfielder. Like, I think that
it's $10 million a year. Something
I know,
like
but
that,
people are like, "Yo, Pat, if you're giving him that money, he's got to be starting." I don't care really. Like, I think that he'd be a really solid fit as the Yankees' fourth outfielder. He plays every outfield position. He has pretty solid defense, switch hitter, bro. And like the way the Yankees rest players earlier on in the season, Hicks will probably be starting just about every other day anyway. So why not just do that instead of bringing back Gardner?
I'm 100% on board with that. 1,000%.
But yo, Chibuzi says Pat Suzuki scouting report. Good defense, beautiful swing, not Gardner. Bro, it's as simple as that. You nailed it, bro. It's whatever. But like at this point, when you look at the Yankees center field situation over past 2 seasons at this point, like it can't get any worse.
No.
It literally can't get any worse. And if you don't bring in Suzuki or anyone else, you're putting yourself in the same situation as you did for the 2 past years when you're banking on a 40-year-old Brett Gardner now and Aaron Hicks, who either A, can't stay healthy, or B, doesn't produce at the level we're expecting him to. So I don't know. It's really weird at this point. It's like, Brian, it's like this. If me and you hopped on live stream together, right? And I told you, Brian, please don't curse. Please don't, right? We do 3 streams. The first 2, all you did was throw out the F-bomb every 5 seconds like it was nobody's business. Why would I bring you on a 3rd time?
Because I'm lovable?
So you're saying Brett Gardner's lovable? Aaron Hicks is
Well,
lovable?
no, I'm saying me. I have hair.
You have the bald cap, no? You inspired
I
me to buy
do.
mine, by the way. Just throwing
Did
that
you
out
got
there.
one?
Yeah, I wore it for I
Now,
wore it in the wild card game.
well, when Brett Gardner signs elsewhere this season, all right, no, hold on. When Brett Gardner signs somewhere this season, whether it's with the Yankees or with somebody else, we have to do a stream with the bald caps.
Okay, dude,
Chat, what do you think of that? A
it's
full
so
stream.
sad. It's so sad too because like I know for a fact, like bro, obviously like there's not really much to talk about now, so like viewership is a little down compared to the regular season. But I
Mhm.
guarantee you, any amount of money when Brett Gardner signs with the Yankees, this stream will probably be back at regular season numbers. Everyone and their mother will be tuning in to see me flip my shit because of Brett Gardner signing with the Yankees. I
I
know that
can't
for a
wait.
fact. Bro, it happened last year. Like, people came out of the woodwork. I'm like, oh, hey, bro, haven't seen you since about June. Hope everything's well, but you came here to see me suffer because Brett Gardner's a Yankee. Sickening.
Entertainment, man.
And you know what the sad part is? I hate going on a Brett Gardner rant right now. But I was defending the dude because it got to a point where like I'm like, yo, he's gonna start regardless, so I might as well kind of like give him some moral support, wear the bald cap, whatever. And he still sucked, bro. He still didn't do nothing. Whatever. I'm not gonna go off on that tangent. I have something else I want to talk about.
Oh
Another
yeah.
like Yankees related topic. I know.
Okay.
It's 2 in 1 day. We're chilling.
Wow.
Yo, I don't know if you saw it, but R2C2, right? That's the CC Ryan Rucco podcast.
Yeah.
He said that Sonny Gray would have succeeded in New York if Matt Blake was the Yankees pitching coach and it wasn't Larry Rothschild. And I got to be honest with you, I agree.
Yeah.
Simply because I don't know if you're gonna agree with me on this either, but I don't really buy the whole like a player X can't handle New York. I don't know if I buy into that anymore. It's not the same. I don't really think these players care what's kind of said about them in the media, especially like, bro, oh, John Heyman wrote a bad article about me. Okay, like, bro, I make 13 times more than John Heyman. Why do I care what he thinks, right? Like, that's what I would be saying if I was Sonny Gray. But I don't know. I think it was definitely a combination of Larry Rothschild just being a rough pitching coach who kind of couldn't get the best out of anybody. Maybe it just wasn't a good situation for him in New York. Maybe a bad catcher relationship. I don't know. But I think that a lot of people kind of piss on Sonny Gray and saying that he just couldn't handle being in New York. But I think it was a lot more than that. So, yeah, I definitely agree with CC Sabathia.
Yeah, it's not the first time we've heard that, right? Didn't we? I mean, we've heard stuff about Rothschild before that he just was not it as a coach. He just could not, use analytics at all in any way, shape, or form. And he was basically, Sonny Gray was doing exactly what he told him to do.
Yeah.
And was just not. It wasn't working out. So I believe it 100%. Didn't he get fired from San Diego? Or
Yeah.
yeah. So
No, I don't think he has a job now, bro.
No, because I think that he is not that great of a coach, and it's been clear. I mean, look,
Brian's taking shots.
Can we be honest though? I mean, look
No,
at
yeah.
look at all the Yankee pitchers that have come up in recent years and have gotten worse. And I mean, at some point you have to blame the coaching for that, right? So absolutely, I'm 100% on board with that, and I think Matt Blake's done a really good job since he's been here. So I would think that Sonny Gray would have taken pretty well to him.
Yeah, no, I agree 1,000%. And dude, like that's why like it kind of bothers me when like fans say that about players, kind of like just assuming that they can't make it in New York. Meanwhile, there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes. Now, also, like obviously we have to take into account that some players do kind of they're not able to handle the pressure, but I think that that's in certain situations. I think that like Sonny Gray in the middle of a June game against the Indians, if he's given up 8 runs, I don't think that has anything to do with pressure. I genuinely don't. However, if it's like the wild card game, maybe it does. And I'm not talking about Garrett Cole for you psychopaths who still hate him for like pitching injured in Boston, whatever. But yeah, overall, I think that you could kind of use like the Sonny Gray argument with a lot of different players who kind of like couldn't make it in New York. But
yeah, I mean, you like I said, you have to be critical of the coaching staff because we've seen. Look at Giancarlo Stanton, for example. I mean, no one's taken more crap than him in the past few years from Yankees fans, from Yankees media. Like, it's been ridiculous and unwarranted too for the most part. And he's just worked through it. I mean, he's just gotten better since he's gotten here. So I think it's absolutely, maybe there are certain players that can't make it in New York. Maybe they
Yeah.
just can't handle the pressure because there is added pressure here, right? We do see it with the media all the time. They pick on stupid things. I don't know if you really, like you said, you don't really pay attention to football, but the Giants just fired their head coach, right? And there was a story in the media because someone went to his house and was like videotaping what he was doing there after he got fired. Like
What the
that doesn't
hell?
happen anywhere other than New York, and it's horrible. Like, so I understand that there is added pressure in New York, but I think for the most part, players, they learn how to tune that stuff out, and I don't think that anyone is really incapable of making it here.
But also, you kind of know what my argument is. It's like, yo, it's 2022, right? Really weird to say that. I think no matter where you go, you're gonna have a ridiculous media presence, bro. You're gonna have a ridiculous amount of like fans and stalkers, and it's just how it goes. Like, obviously, in New York, you're gonna have a little bit more concrete jungle where dreams are made of. But there's just nothing you can't do. You know what I mean? But yeah, yo, shout out to Jesus, aka King Chavez, with the $5 super sticker. I wish I could see it. That's the only thing that bothers me because I can't see the sticker. But yo, if it's the hippo in the chair, love that. I love the hippo in the chair. Kind of reminds me of me. Yo, appreciate you so much, Jesus. You're an absolute legend. Brian, do you know who's in his profile picture? He's like from your era. No, I don't know who that is. Jesus, if you want to tell me who that is, I'd love to know. My guess, James Dean.
I was thinking Dean Martin. I don't know who that is.
I don't think. No, I don't know. Dean Martin. They similar, but I don't think so. Yo, I want to say something, Brian. We're talking about New York, right? I went to Manhattan last night. I got insomnia cookies. Have you ever had it?
Yeah, I've had them.
Pretty solid. Like I'll tell you what. Okay. If anybody who hasn't had insomnia cookies before, they're pretty solid. I think their main kind of like hype up is that they're open until like 3 a.m., which is a plus. Because I don't know where else you're getting cookies at 3 a.m. besides like McDonald's, which have pretty good cookies. Not gonna lie.
Decent, yeah.
But insomnia cookies a little bit overpriced. They're very good cookies. But I got I'll tell you exactly what I got, Brian. I'll give you my rundown.
Yeah.
I got an ice cream sandwich with like it was 2 cookies and cream ice cream in the middle. Solid, right? And then I got 4 chocolate chip cookies. Take home, nice box, keep it. Okay. I might eat them over the next couple of weeks. It's fine. Okay. $20, bro. Like what? And listen, I get it. It's like for the experience and stuff. But yo, chill insomnia. Like I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, overpriced. I'm like a very basic cookie guy. Like I'm a chocolate chip cookie guy. I don't really need all that extra stuff in it. Oreos, M&Ms. Like it's not for me. So and they do all that crazy stuff. I'm not a huge fan. A good chocolate chip cookie really it hits Chips
the spot,
Ahoy,
bro.
man.
But yo, that's what I'm saying. It's like yo, not so family fun. It's just McDonald's has cookies. People don't know this. Yes. McDonald's has fire cookies.
Yeah,
like fire cookies, bro.
Yeah.
Big fan. Pays $2 to say he's disappointed. I didn't say I'm disappointed. Never said I'm disappointed.
No, not you.
Bro.
Jesus.
Oh, Johnny Cash, you disappointed me, Pat. I thought he was saying like me with the cookies. I never said I'm disappointed in Insomnia. Yo, sponsor me maybe. I don't know. Johnny Cash. I know. I've heard of him. Country singer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know Johnny Cash?
I do.
He's from your
met
time.
Him.
You did?
No.
Oh, why would you say that? You know who I met?
Who?
Aaron Judge.
Did you really?
Yeah, this was like 2016 though.
Oh, so before he was big.
No, he grew at that point already. But bro, his hands are massive. His hands can probably.
Did you shake his hand?
Yeah.
Did he just like accidentally grab your entire arm? Was it awkward?
I felt his hand on my hand.
Did you feel like less of a man?
Bro, I never wanted to let go. No, yeah, he like I was only 16
Did you call him Dad?
I called him Daddy. I added the E at the end. But yo, him and CeCe Sabathia, 2 of the biggest hands I've ever seen in my life. Actually sickening.
Good to know.
Wow. We got Wardy in the chat. Shout out to Wardy. Wardy is an absolute legend. Listen, if you guys in the chat are not followed or you're not subscribed to Wardy, do it. Stop what you're doing. Subscribe to him because he's like the Mets content king, bro. Like we know I'm not a huge fan of Mets fans. Living in Queens, bro, it gets annoying as hell. But yo, Wardy produces solid Mets content, and he's not annoying. It is what it is. I was live with Wardy for not the 9/11 game, the game after the 9/11 game when Lindor hit the 3 home runs and
Oh,
there
the
was
9/12
the brawl
game?
and everything.
Yeah. Okay.
Not a good time. Not a
Yeah.
good time. Do you think you could do something for the people right now?
What's that?
I think they want some Brian Finger Guns, like live.
It's got to be like in the moment. I can't just summon it. Like Pat's got to do something funny, and then I'll give you some finger.
Next
guns.
donation, Brian does finger guns because that's
All
when
right.
it usually
All
comes
right.
up.
All right.
anyway.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Derek says, "How much do I donate for Pat to become a Red Sox fan?" You know what I take this question as? Pat, how much can I give you to sell your soul? I'd be selling my soul at that point, right?
Yeah, I think so. 7 figures would be. I think that would do it for me.
$10 and an insomnia cookie.
Oh, there you go. That's
Okay.
worth $800.
If someone came up to you and said, "You know what? How much money do you need to become a Red Sox fan?
Mm-hmm.
What's your price?"
See, I can't give a price on here because if I do, I'll just be crucified for being a traitor and a sellout.
Really?
So yeah, you know, everyone's just gonna be like,
All right.
"Oh, you can't ever sell your fandom for money."
I'm gonna be honest with you.
But if we're honest,
I'd
if you
sell
gave
mine.
me like a couple of mil, I'd probably do it.
I'd sell mine as well. If anybody's sitting here right now and telling me, "Yo, I wouldn't sell my fandom for anything, bro," you're a liar. And I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to be your friend because you're a two-faced liar, bro. I'd do it for an amount of money where I feel like I wouldn't have to work again, and I think that's $10 million.
10 million.
10 million.
You could live off 10 mil for the rest of your life,
bro, easy. Because
Yeah, you
I'm
think
not
so?
I'm not gonna let it rot. Like I'm gonna do stuff with it to like get more money out of it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like
so you would continue working.
Hell yeah. I mean,
Okay.
like I would invest. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like
okay, yeah.
I'd
In
do
what?
like
Let's
Unhinged Red
hear it.
Sox.
What would you start like an unhinged?
I'd make
investing?
NFTs, bro.
Ooh, there you go.
Do you know about NFTs? I feel like you do.
Like whatever I learned on Twitter, not much. So,
Bro, NFTs kind of scare me. I'm not gonna lie.
we should get an NFT of the finger guns.
We should, bro.
Yeah.
Don't say this on live, Brian. We gotta discuss this.
All right.
privately.
Sorry.
But yo, Jesus with a $3 dono. Appreciate
Hey,
you so much.
there it
Give me
is.
them Brian finger guns. Let's go.
Brah,
Yo,
brah,
yo.
brah, brah. You need like sound effects, man. You
I
need to
do.
get. You get like
I
one of
do.
those. What are they called? Stream decks or whatever.
Bro, before we get to that,
Okay.
Jonathan with a $2 dono.
Hey,
Appreciate you so
bam,
much. He
bam,
says this
bam,
dono's
bam.
for some live Brian finger guns. Let's go. So do you remember I used to stream on Twitch sometimes?
Yeah.
Okay, so I used to have like buttons where like I had like the A button and that was like John Sterling's home run call. I should bring that
Ah.
back. But it
Yeah,
used to
why
get
don't you?
annoying. It used to get annoying because I was like, I don't want to hear this every time like I type A.
Well, it doesn't have to be like a home run call. It could be like a like a rap horn or something, like claps. I don't know.
Can you record
Just
it
like
for
sound
me?
effects? Yeah, sure. I'll record stuff.
All right, so what we'll do is I'll one of these days I'll send you a list.
Okay, you send me a list of what you
of
want.
everything.
I'll get it done.
Maybe one is like a cough. Maybe one is like a sneeze. Get that
Yeah.
feather, stick it down your nose. Do whatever you got to do. We need some effects.
I'll make it work.
But let's get back to baseball real quick.
Sure.
There's one guy that I kind of mentioned previously that I think could kind of be up for discussion as far as like what one of the Yankees moves could be post lockout. That's Carlos Correa. Brian, this is an interesting one.
Oh, we're still on this.
Yeah, this is an interesting one because last pre-recorded video we were talking about Carlos Correa.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to see if your feelings changed at all because I was fully on the Carlos Correa bandwagon, which I still am. I think he'd be a solid fit, but you really weren't.
Yeah.
What are you thinking now?
Honestly, my feelings have not changed much. I'm still like I've said, I wouldn't be disappointed if we got him, but I'm not like all in. I realize there's a need there. I realize he's a great player. Be great to have him, but there are other alternatives that I think are fine too. So I don't know. I'm kind of up in the air about it.
Who's the
I see a
alternative?
lot of Yankees Twitter is gung ho on Correa. They're like Correa or bust. I'm jumping off a building if we don't get Correa, and they get all this attention and retweets and crap. But
I don't like Twitter.
Yeah, Yankees Twitter is a cesspool.
Not a big fan, but like you mentioned, there's alternate options that you don't think are that bad, bro. What are the alternative options? Like,
Well,
Andrelton Simmons?
Story.
Oh, okay. No, if you're going the story route, I'm cool with that. But like, bro, there's some people out there who are like, Didi Gregorius. Bring
No.
Didi Gregorius back to the Bronx. He's a great replacement. No.
No.
Like, please, no. I'm not a big fan of that.
I'm sorry.
whatever.
Didi was great when he was here. He served his purpose, but it's over.
No, I agree 1,000%. And also, there's Matt Olson, who could be a potential trade piece. If
I
I'm
would
being
love
honest,
that.
right, Brian, I put 3 guys in the thumbnail, just for the hell of it, dude. Matt
Sure.
Olson, Seiya Suzuki, Carlos Correa. Out of those 3, which
Matt
is the
Olson.
most? You think that's the most likely?
100%. Most likely. Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna
No,
go
most
who I
likely.
want
Not
the
not
most.
who you want, but the
Okay.
most likely for the Yankees to kind of pull the trigger on after the lockout.
I feel like there's been the most smoke around Correa. You know, we haven't heard too much about Olsen.
We heard
You know,
some
there-
about Seiya.
there-
We did.
We've heard a little bit about Seiya, yeah, but we've also heard a lot about Seiya from other teams as well. So
True.
I feel like Correa, there's the most smoke there, and I feel like that's probably the most likely at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna happen. I don't have sources. I'm not like Jalen. You know, I'm not personal friends with Francisco Lindor.
about that.
But,
oh my god, that was good, bro. He actually convinced people into thinking he was Francisco Lindor's cousin. I think it was.
I don't
Bro,
know.
that was sick. Like at some point, I had to tell people like, "Yo, he's not." Like, stop asking. That was good. That was good stuff.
Good times.
But yo, Bright says, "What was that? The Unhinged crew, long time. Nobody knew what happened for over half a year. You know what this feels like? I feel
What?
like we broke up, but like now I'm lonely. Like I'm going through a rough
Aw.
patch, so I want to like talk again."
Oh, okay. So yeah, you're coming back. You know, crawling back to me. Yeah,
Were you
I got
excited
you.
when I asked you to come on tonight?
Yeah, man, I love doing this. This is so much fun.
Yeah,
I missed it. It's been a while.
it's been good. It's been good.
Yeah,
It's
I
been good
know.
without you too. That's
Yeah, I bet it has.
So let's get back to like the real meat and potatoes of what we're talking about here, right?
Hmm.
You still only had Chick-fil-A once?
Yeah, I haven't had it since then. Really had no desire to go back. I did pick up a bottle of sauce when I was there, and I think I might still have some left.
Oh, pardon?
But
You still
mean-
have the sauce? You haven't used it?
well, they have like bottles, you know, like a ketchup bottle or something. So there might be a little bit left in the fridge. I don't know. I don't use it very often. It was solid, you know, solid. I give it like a 7 out of 10. But I wasn't blown away.
You're like the Dave Portnoy of chicken sandwiches.
Bro, the closest Chick-fil-A to me is like 45 minutes away. So for
Yeah,
me
it's
to
rough.
go, it's like
Bro, I went to Chick-fil-A the other day, right? I got
Mhm.
chicken tenders and grilled nuggets. Grilled nuggets, no problem, right? The chicken tenders, they gave me nuggets.
what?
Now, I don't know if this is because I think there's a chicken tender shortage. I don't know if anybody has heard of this. Apparently
haven't.
there's a chicken tender shortage in
Okay.
in the world, bro. So
Mhm.
I would have liked if they would have told me first before they just threw me some nuggies. But
Mm.
I don't know. It's fine. It is what
That's
it
a
is.
shame.
But yo, speaking, we're on a food topic now. It's fine. I mentioned Dave Portnoy, right? You know Dave Portnoy does the pizza reviews, right?
Yeah. Of course.
Okay.
Familiar.
So I've kind of come to conclusion. Listen, I'm a huge fan of what Dave Portnoy does. I think he's hysterical. But I've kind of come to conclusion that his pizza reviews are entertainment purposes only. He has gone on the record of saying so many times, New Haven is the pizza capital of the world. Have you tried New Haven pizza?
I haven't, but I'm actually going at the end of the month, so I'm
Okay.
excited to try it.
Bro, I was really excited to try it too, because I'm like, maybe he knows what he's talking about. Like maybe like he could put me onto some really good pizza. I went to this place called Sally's in New
That's where I'm
Haven.
going.
Okay, I went there. And I think he
That's the
gave it
place.
maybe like a 9.4 or something. Yeah, it's supposed to be like the best pizza in the
That's
world,
the
right?
place, yeah.
I waited 30 minutes for a small pie.
That's some horseshit.
It was not good. Now, the way I could describe it was that it wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. It was just there. Like,
Well, that's what pizza is. Like, even
No.
bad pizza is good.
incorrect, because I've had pizza that was like life-changing, or pizza that makes you feel good
No,
inside.
I'm
It
saying when it's
triggers-
bad. Yeah. Go on. Sorry. Yep.
It's maybe it's not that like Portnoy isn't good at rating pizza. I think he has a very subjective taste that he likes, and it's the burnt, it's the charred pizza, which I'm not a fan of it. Like I like doughy pizza. I like doughy, cheesy pizza that you could just sit back, eat, and enjoy. This pizza was super thin and black. Like, bro, I like being able to eat the crust of my pizza too.
Yeah,
You couldn't eat this crust because it was black, bro. It was burnt to a crisp. And I have to admit, I was disappointed. I don't know if anybody has tried New Haven pizza, but it's not my style. It's just not. And that's why I think like food reviews, like movie reviews, like they're all so subjective. I'm done relying on anyone for any sort of movie or food reviews because most of the time you just need to try it yourself and just see what the deal is. Right?
It's fair. I mean, those things are subjective, so that's the whole point. Is that you're
guess.
taking
But,
someone
like,
else's word for it.
I was going into it with my hopes so high.
Maybe that's it too, though. Maybe you were just, you were expecting too much, and it just didn't quite live up to it. Maybe if you went back and you had it a second time with lower expectations, you'd be like, it's pretty good. Who knows?
I guess. No, I guess it just.
But it's not worth it for you. You don't feel like
No.
going back. Yeah.
No, like the only reason I was planning on going up there one day, like just to try it. It's like an hour and change away from me. Like
Yeah.
I was luckily in Connecticut, so I was like, all right, like why not? Let's do it. But if I would have went all the way out of my way to go, I'd have been pissed. I would have been.
Yeah,
It's
I don't
whatever.
blame
But
you.
I don't like burnt. I don't like burnt food. That's just
So
not.
wait, so
it's
tell
not my
me,
cup of tea.
is it like that? What is it called? Neapolitan style pizza, where it's like the brick oven and it's supposed to be
Kind of.
charred. So it's
Maybe.
supposed to be charred.
Yeah, no, it's definitely the goal of it. It's definitely
Okay.
the goal of it. Like it's supposed to be like.
But
burnt to
do
a
you
crisp.
think it was overcooked? Like, do you think that
No.
they probably
I
should
think
have taken it out sooner?
No, I think
No,
it was
it was
exactly
meant
how
to
they
be
wanted
that
to make
way.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, because I went back and I watched his review of Sally's, and it looked exactly the same. So I don't know. Maybe you'll like it. Let me know when you go, because I'd
will.
love to hear your.
Next time on Unhinged reviews, we'll do that. We'll
No,
talk
yeah,
about it.
please record yourself trying it, because if I had to rate it, I'd probably give it like a 5.7, somewhere
Out of
around
10?
that. Yeah,
That's really disappointing.
yeah, it's just there.
Damn, I was
bro.
really looking forward to that dinner. Too.
No, maybe you're gonna like it though.
Maybe I won't though. Maybe it's good to not get excited over it. Maybe I just
No,
go
yeah.
into it saying,
No
we'll
expectation.
go, we'll have some drinks, we'll get crunk, and then we'll see. Do you think it'd be better drunk? Like, could it be good drunk?
No, it's not
No?
drunk food. It's the opposite. It's like fancy date pizza.
Food? Ah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's
So maybe I could get wine drunk.
well, okay. What kind of pizza do you like? Do you like doughy or do you like the burnt?
I do like the burnt style. I will say I like a good, what is it, Neapolitan pizza.
Yeah,
They're pretty solid. When they're done right, they're pretty solid.
I agree.
But I think my favorite, is just the basic New York style pizza that you get at a pizzeria.
bro, like $1 slice. Like you know
Oh,
what
actually,
I mean?
no,
Like,
I take that back. Take that back. Sicilian pizza, the best.
Sicilians are good. You know what I'm a big fan of? I don't know if
Very
anybody
doughy.
has tried it here. Vodka sauce pizza,
Oh yeah.
bro, really good,
Oh yeah.
really good.
I agree.
We're on a tangent here. I want to see what the chat has
great.
to say here.
let's hear it.
Pepe's is the place to go. I saw Pepe's. They're all like
Pepe's
they're all
okay.
on the same block. You've had Pepe's?
Yeah. That's like really thin crust, which
It's
is
the
good.
same.
If you're in the
It's
mood
the same.
for that, it's good. But it's not like the Neapolitan. Like it's not. I don't think they char it as much.
No,
It's made like New York pizza, it just has really really thin crust.
Is it coal fired? Is that what it is?
Maybe, yeah, maybe, or brick oven. I don't know. not
Pat
an
and
expert.
Gordon Ramsay voice. This pizza is burnt. This pizza is burnt.
That was
I should go back there and do
wonderful.
that.
Yeah, it was great.
But the thing is, like, I can't even say that because that's their goal. That's what they were meaning to do. You know what I mean? Not so family fun vision says, any chance we can get chicken bucket boys back?
Zero chance.
That's so sad. You know who's not gonna be a fan of our discussion right now? I'm not gonna call him out by name because that's just not what I do. But I got a little notification on my phone the other day, right? I like to
Did
read
you?
all the comments. I like to read the comments on the live streams and whatnot. I like to hear the feedback, good or
Okay.
bad. I got a comment. It goes, what do dog? This was on the live stream where I was doing all the rankings, right? Just for the hell of it. It's lockout season, whatever.
Sure.
We just talk about whatever. This dude goes, what do dogs have to do with the New York Yankees? Also, restaurants? Pat, it's a Yankee show. Come on, man.
Yeah,
Dude!
Pat, how dare you talk about anything other than the non-existent baseball offseason that we've had?
First of all, this is not a Yankee show. Like, I don't know how many times I need to throw this out here. This is our show. Chat, this is the people's show. I'm not here to talk about the Yankees and only the Yankees because you know why? That's boring.
Yeah.
And we've never done that before, so why am I going to do it now?
Yeah.
Like, bro, even in the regular season, we're not, like, solely talking about the Yankees. So why the hell am I going to start doing it now when there's no Yankees news? Whatever, bro. I have another, like, non-baseball topic, unless you have a baseball topic you want to talk about.
I love non-baseball topics. I hate baseball, so let's go.
Do you have, like, any baseball-related topics you want to talk about?
No, not at all. Let's do non-baseball.
Okay, I got one. So I talked about this on the live stream a couple days ago, but I kind of want to hear your input on it.
Sure.
Elmo, Rocco, are you aware of that situation?
I've seen some stuff, yeah.
Yeah. So what are you thinking about that? Are you team Elmo, team Rocco? Because I think most of the chat knows my take on it.
All right. I'll give my take first, right?
Okay.
All right. So I'm definitely team Elmo, right?
Yeah.
The Rock is such a jerk, right? I can't use
loser.
bad words here, but loser. He's a loser. Like, who wants to be a Rock, right? Patrick
Literally.
Starr's probably living under him. So, do you get that SpongeBob reference?
Yeah, I get it. No, I get it.
Okay, good. Okay, I don't know if you okay. Yeah, definitely Team Elmo. Been Team Elmo my whole life. Like, screw Big Bird. He's the worst. Like, Oscar the Grouch, get the hell out of my face. Like, it's Elmo all the way. So
what did he even do to you?
we don't want to go there.
All right, no, we won't go there. Tell me about Rocco then.
Rocco, I mean, he can take a walk. He can take a walk. Yeah.
Okay.
I have no interest in Rocco.
Can I tell you my thoughts on it? Okay.
Yeah.
First of all, listen, dude. I watched a 9-minute compilation on YouTube of Rocco and Elmo. Then I watched a 14-minute
Hold on, can
compilation.
we pause for a second?
Yeah.
Did you say 9-minute compilation?
9-minute compilation.
I think you need to find a better way to spend your time.
Bro, I needed to do this for research
Someone
purposes.
get this man a girlfriend.
Okay, research purposes. So, Elmo's hysterical. Like, I don't know if, like, this has ever, like, been brought up in the past before. Bro, like, the humor of, like, this Elmo-Rocco situation is, like, Office-type comedy. Like, it's hysterical, bro. The way Elmo looks at the camera, you gotta... Bro, I'm gonna send you some links. You gotta watch it.
Send me the 9-minute video. I'll watch it. I have nothing better to do.
Please. It's hysterical, bro. But overall, Zoe... the girl who has this pet rock. First of all, I don't really blame Rocco. He's just there. You know what I mean? So okay. I'm not Team Rocco, but I don't think it's his fault. I think it's that psychopath Zoe's fault.
Oh, okay.
For doing all this, pissing on Elmo, bro, for no reason. Did you see the one where Elmo wanted the oatmeal raisin cookie, and Zoe's like, "No, that's for Rocco."
Yeah, I did see that.
Elmo's like, "What are you talking about? Like, he's a rock. That's my oatmeal raisin cookie." Stand up for yourself, Elmo. Stand your ground. You're the man. Don't let Zoe tell you otherwise. And you know what, Rocco? You're just there. Like you're a nothing in my life. It's as simple as that.
Get out of my face, Rocco.
Not so family fun. It says, "WTF are you talking about, bro?" Imagine if like someone wasn't aware of the situation and they just pop in there, bro. Like, yo, it's peak lockout, bro.
You got to stay up on the Twitter trends. That's what it's all about, right?
Yeah, but also it's not even just Twitter. Like I saw it on Good Morning America, dude. like it's actually getting.
It's gone too far. I'll say that.
What else is going on in life, Brian? Anything new?
No. Just got through the holidays. Been a busy time of year, right? I hope everyone had a good holiday season.
That's nice.
New Year's and everything.
Did you get a lot of snow last week?
We did, yeah. We got about probably like 6 inches, I think. I just stayed in the house the whole day.
Bro, you want to know what I did?
What did you do?
So I have the most psychopath sleep schedule out of anyone in the world, right?
Yeah.
So I went to bed first of all last night, like 7 a.m. Like weird stuff. The night where it snowed like all throughout the night, right?
Okay. Yeah.
It was like 5 a.m. I was like, you know what, dude? I'm gonna go outside. I went outside in the snow. I felt like it was in a movie, dude.
Did you get some Insomniac cookies?
No, it wasn't that day. Different day.
Okay.
But I should have. Probably no one there.
They were open.
And let me tell you what. Manhattan's popping, dude. Manhattan's popping because I went to the city in the summer though. And it wasn't that popping as it is now. Like
really?
I feel like tourism's coming back. A lot of stuff's going on in Manhattan.
That's good to hear.
Interesting stuff, dude. Interesting stuff.
Well, it is the city that never sleeps, right?
No, concrete jungle where dreams are made of. You know what I'm saying? I did want to find Elmo in Times Square. I wasn't able to do that. He's probably beating up Rocco. That's fine. Nelly with the biggest insult of my life.
Wow.
Yo, Pat, you remind me of Brett Gardner.
He just said, "I don't see any of that hair on your head."
These luscious
That must be a
locks.
wig. Must be a wig.
Is
Take
what
it
it
off,
is.
Pat.
Matt says Pat asked Brian to tell us his bed making magic. Brian, what was the first thing I told you when we popped on?
Yeah, Pat was like, "How do you always have such a nicely made bed?" And the truth is, it's not nicely made at all. Like it literally just threw the top sheet over everything. That's the key. It's
Do
always
you
about the
have
top sheet. Yeah, but you know yours always looks like crap. So it's about the top sheet, guys. This is very important for life. Like write this down if you have a pen and paper. You got to make sure the top sheet looks good, right? The all the sheets underneath doesn't matter. Blankets doesn't matter. Just get that top sheet nice and flat. Smooth it out with your hands. Pull it tight. You'll be solid.
Yeah, I get it. Are you
We
one of
could
those
do-
that has to make your bed every morning?
No, I used to be. I don't really anymore. But I did it for the show. I did it for you guys. So I didn't want you to think I was a mess.
Same.
Which
Can
I
I be
am.
honest with you?
Yeah, please do.
The only time I ever make my bed is before I go live.
I figured.
Yeah, and no, I
kinda
do. I
figured.
wish I was lying. I'm open. I'm transparent, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be here and be like, every morning the first thing I do when I wake up is make my bed. No, dude. Like what? I took a speech class in college, right? It was
Did
one of
you?
the requirements. One of the kids for our persuasive speech we had to do,
Mhm.
was why you should make your bed every morning. There's really good like mental things behind
Oh
it as
yeah.
to why you should. So if you're down with that, do it. But I don't know. I just can't get myself into doing it. You know what my persuasive speech was?
Tell me. I think you might have told me before, but go
Did I?
on. I think you might have.
Why you should buy an electric car.
No, you didn't tell me that.
Okay.
Really?
And yeah, I think I got a good grade on it, but this one girl in the class, bro. Like at the end of the speech, everyone's like supposed to like raise their hands and ask a question, right? She asked the question. She's like, "Oh, well, do you have an electric car?" I was like, no, I don't. No, I don't. Like, I have a car, but like, dude, first of all, electric car is pretty expensive. Like, I want a Tesla. I wish I could have a Tesla.
I would love a Tesla.
Girl, but I can't. Couldn't really afford
Wow.
one as an 18-year-old college student.
That's a
But
good
thank you.
question.
Appreciate
That's a
that.
good question.
No, it was a good
She
question.
got you.
She got me, bro. She had me in checkmate. Don't know how to play chess, but she had me in checkmate, bro. Sophia with a really good comment here. Pat, Brett Gardner is your Rocco.
Wow.
That might be the best comment of the night.
He even looks like him.
Good. It's good. Chat, throw in questions, comments, concerns. We got like 10 minutes left on live. Hit me with anything you guys want. We'll kind of just go from there. Also, yo, that's a really nice dog in her profile picture.
That's a cute dog.
You're
I
a
have to
dog
say.
guy, aren't you?
I love dogs. I don't have one. I want one, but
want one
I
too.
don't have one.
Have you ever had one?
No, my dad's allergic, so we never had him growing up.
Yeah.
But I always get along with dogs. Love them. I want a small dog though. I don't want a big dog.
See,
Not a big
I
dog person.
want a golden retriever.
Yeah, they're really cute. They're awesome.
Yeah,
Good
they're
dogs.
great dogs. They're great dogs. But you know what? Also, my thing is with dogs. Dogs are the best. Dogs are the best animals. But it's one of those things where it's like, obviously, I love other people's dogs, but having your own dog is
Yeah.
stressful. Like, I want to be able to
course.
see the dog whenever I want, but I don't want to have to do anything for it. You know what I mean? Like, I
Yeah.
don't want to have to like clean up after it, and, like
Take it to
it to
the
get
vet,
grooming into the
Pay
vet.
for it. Yeah.
And like buy food. But bro, if
Yeah.
I'm like going over someone's house and they have like a nice friendly
Oh,
golden
that's
retriever,
awesome.
hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I'll get my fix right now. And like then I'll be good for a couple weeks. But or I'll just like go to the park and like just get my binoculars and look at dogs. You know what I mean?
That's a little creepy, but sure. As long
I
as
learned
it's
from
dogs and not people.
You do that from your building, bro. You just
That's different.
probably could.
I'm in the comfort of my own home.
good stuff. Brett Gardner for center or Simmons for short if you had to choose. Oh man. If I had to pick one,
He's gonna go Simmons. You know he's
no,
gonna
I'd
go
probably go Simmons. No, I probably would. Because I'm thinking of it like this, right? If I go Gardner and center, who's my shortstop? At least if I go Simmons at short, I have Hicks in center.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Plus,
And also, I could never pick Brett.
yeah.
You know, one of these days, I'm waiting for like a strongly worded message from him. Like very
Bro, why do
strongly
you hate
worded.
me so much?
No, literally. Like, look, dude, like it is what it is. You know what I mean? Jonathan says, if we sign Correa and acquire a solid outfielder, would you be okay going into the season with Voit at first base? Yes. I don't know if the Yankees would be, though.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like they want him at all. So I don't think it's going to be Voit. So who's it going to be? I mean, for me, like, it's pretty much got to be Rizzo or Olsen, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what I'm assuming at this point. I think Rizzo's almost, I don't want to say a lock because then everyone's going to, like, clip this and be like, Pat said Rizzo was a lock and now he's not. I think that, like, Rizzo is probably most likely to be the Yankees starting first baseman on opening day.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Even though Voigt's currently on the roster, I'm still viewing it as like 2019 Sonny Gray, where it's like, yo, he's all but gone. Like, not because he's not good, but because I just think the Yankees don't like him.
Do we ever find out what happened with him? Like,
no, but it'll probably be like a Clint situation. Like, he'll leave and then he'll kind of tell all. By the way,
get him
have we talked about Clint?
Not today.
What's your take on that? Are you a Clint guy or not a Clint guy?
I am to an extent, but I think that he screwed up by like trying to hide how messed up he was, you know?
Yeah.
With the concussion and all that stuff. Because apparently he was hiding it, and that's why he wasn't playing as well. So I think that he's at fault for that. But,
fair.
You know, at the same time, is that maybe he kind of got put in that situation, you know, being in the system, not really getting any chances. Then when he finally gets a chance, he's hurt. Maybe he just wants to play through it and try to prove himself because he's not going to get another chance. Yeah. So is it really his fault or is it the organization's? I think both are kind of to blame.
Yeah. A little both. I think a little more so the Yankees. But I think the part of it that bothered me the most, which I've talked until I'm blue in the face about, but since you're here, I'll kind of say it again. Why not? It just bothers me how people kind of just ripped Clint Frazier to shreds just for kind of being happy to leave the organization.
I don't blame him at all for that. Yeah. I think he's absolutely fine to do that. The way that they treated him over the years and the way that they've treated a bunch of prospects over the years, I don't blame him at all. I mean, even...
It's a lot that we could get into, but I'm not going to because we will one day, though. We will one day. JS says, Pat, if Brett wanted to be on the show, would you let him? 1,000%? Yes. Like, this wouldn't even be a question. I would love to have an hour-long conversation with Brett Gardner. Now, obviously, I'd be respectful, bro. Like I always say, I have nothing against the dude as a human being. But I would love to ask him, like, certain hard-hitting questions, like, that I feel like no one would ever ask him before, and I feel like that's why he would never come on. Like, I would love to ask Brett Gardner, what's preventing you from retiring? Like, I would love to know that. Or maybe ask him, like, do you feel like in your career you have been the catalyst of many minor league Yankee outfielders? I'd love to hear his response.
I'm not going to speak for you, but from my perspective, I don't blame Brett at all for anything.
No, I don't either. But I want to know how he feels about being that.
But even you're saying like, oh, how can he be so selfish as not to retire, bro? If the Yankees were throwing me several $1 million a year to play baseball, like absolutely, you're gonna keep taking that.
Right.
It's 100% on Brian Cashman if he keeps bringing back this player. And again, nothing against Brett Gardner as a person or as a player over the course of his career. He was a really good Yankee, and I appreciate what he's done for this team. But at this point in his career, he's not worth what the Yankees are paying him, how much they're playing him, and never going out and getting another center fielder because they have Brett Gardner. So it's totally on the organization, not on him. So absolutely, come on the show, Brett Gardner. Let's talk shit about the Yankees.
Let's do it, Brett. Let's do it. Maybe
Clint
we could be
Frazier
friends
on it too.
Bro, imagine like after all this time, right? Like this is a very funny situation because, okay, Logan Paul fought Floyd Mayweather, right? Mm-hmm. Huge age difference there, right? There was a whole thing where like
it's like you fighting me.
Yeah, so like when Floyd Mayweather like won like his first like title in boxing, Logan Paul was in high school, bro. In like 15 years, no, not 15, maybe 5 years, bro, I could fight Brett Gardner. Could you imagine, like, how amazing that would be? Obviously, I'd have to, like, grow my followers a substantial amount until Brett would even, like, want me to do that. But I think, we load up the followers a little bit. We get some, like, boxing training in. I think I could easily box Brett Gardner. I think that would be the fight of the century. Hell yeah.
Really?
I mean, it would be tough.
He looks like he's a guy that could take a punch.
He's a country dude.
You're like a twig, so I don't really see you winning that fight.
He's got a height advantage. He's got a weight advantage.
Is he taller than you?
Hell yeah, bro. That dude's like 5'10", I think. He's taller than both of us.
No, I'm 5'10".
You're not 5'10", Ryan.
100% I'm 5'10".
Keep telling yourself that.
I'll show you my birth certificate.
You could put. Wait, what? I was about to counter that. I was like, you were 5'10" at birth, really? Yo, we got a dono here. Shout out to BCNT Sports Cards, aka Rerun Nick with the $5 dono. Appreciate you so much, my man. That was good. Hit that high note. Hey Pat, love you, bro. Keep it up, man. Stay strong through the lockout. You're killing it. #1 Yankee channel. On God, you're the GOAT, bro. Much love. Nick, you're the GOAT. You the man. No. You the man. Brian, not you. Nick is.
I know, not me.
Just saying. It's okay. Can I get one more Brian Fingerguns? There we go. Love to see it. Daichi says I was 25 inches when I was born. Cool.
Is that a lot? I don't know. Is that big for a baby? Small?
Nice. Okay, Dan A says Brett Gardner destroys Sorry Little Boy. Okay.
I think that's the headline. No, I think that's the headline the day after you fight him. Right?
No, it would be the opposite. It would be
Brett
like,
Gardner destroys Sorry Little Boy.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go cry myself to sleep tonight. I think that's
gonna
wrap things up. I think it's gonna wrap things up for tonight. Unless you have anything else you want to touch on, Brian.
I don't know. I think we touched on it all.
Okay, well, that's fine. Yo, with that being said, that's gonna wrap things up for tonight's episode of Unhinged Live. Appreciate you all for stopping by. Today's Thursday? Wow. Okay. Yeah. Well, 2022 is flying by. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's January 13th. Feels like New Year's was yesterday. Just throwing that one out there. But yo, appreciate you all for stopping by. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications for more. You guys are all legends in your own right. BCNT Sports Cards, aka Rerun Nick, with another $5 dono. Hit me with the finger guns. Let's go. Appreciate you so much, my man. He says, peace, Pat. You guys are the legends. I will see you guys on Monday for another live stream. We're going to be doing like Monday, Thursday, throughout the lockout. Maybe some random live streams in between. I have no idea. We need news. We need news. MLB, give us news. Rob Manfred, get on that ball, please. But yo, everyone stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. See you all on Monday. Peace.